Executions by ISIS refers here to killing by beheading, crucifixion, shooting or other means of military and civilian people by the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. ISIS have released a number of propaganda publicity videos of beheadings and shootings of captives. Other videos and photos show people being crucified and later dying as a result of crucifixion, or at least in part from the crucifixion. Humanitarian is reported to be a mass grave. Military captives. By June 2014, according to United Nations reports, ISIL had killed hundreds of prisoners of war and over 1,000 civilians. Specific incidents involving the killing of military prisoners, including the mass killing of up to 250 Syrian army soldiers near Tabqa Air Base, and killings that took place in Camp Speicher and the Share gas field. ISIL was reported to have beheaded about 100 foreign fighters as deserters who tried to leave Raqqa. Muath al-Kasasba, a Royal Jordanian Air Force pilot whose F-16 fighter aircraft crashed near Raqqa, Syria, on 24 December 2014 during the military intervention against ISIS, was captured by ISIS, and on 3 February 2015, the Islamic State released a video showing al-Kasasba being burned to death while trapped inside a cage. Civilian captives. Among the known killings of religious and minority group civilians carried out by ISIS are those in the villages and towns of Quneya, Hardan, Sinjar, Ramadi Jabal, Dola, Qarnasor, Hardan, Al-Shimal, Kocha, Jadila and Bashir, and others committed near Mosul, and in Tal Afar prison, Iraq. The UN estimated that 5,000 Yazidis were killed by ISIS during the takeover of parts of northern Iraq in August 2014. ISIS has tortured and murdered local journalists, creating what Reporters Without Borders calls news black holes in areas controlled by ISIL. ISIL fighters have reportedly been given written directions to kill or capture journalists. James Wright Foley was an American freelance journalist and photojournalist of the Syrian civil war when he was abducted on November 22, 2012, in northwestern Syria. Foley was the first American citizen to be killed by Jihadi John. James Foley's beheading by ISIS received wide condemnation in the United States. Stephen Joel Sotloff was an Israeli-American journalist for Time magazine and the Jerusalem Post. Although the Post disavowed any relationship once Sotloff's life was threatened, in 2013, he was kidnapped in Aleppo, Syria, and was held captive by Islamic militants. On September 2, 2014, a video was released purporting to show Jihadi John beheading Stephen Sotloff. On January 8, 2015, ISIL members in Libya claimed to have executed Tunisian journalists Sophie Chirabi and Nadia Qatari, who disappeared in September 2014. In January 2015, ISIL threatened to kill two Japanese hostages, Kenji Goto-Jogard, a journalist, and Haruna Yukawa, a military company operator, unless a ransom of $200 million United States dollars is paid. By the end of the month, the group released another video of the beheading of Goto, in which Jihadi John proclaimed to Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, "Because of your reckless decision to take part in an unwinnable war, this knife will not only slaughter Kenji, but will also carry on and cause carnage wherever your people are found. So let the nightmare for Japan begin." Both videos await confirmation of authenticity. ISIS has also killed aid workers. David Haynes was abducted in March 2013 by ISIL while working in Syria for the Humanitarian Aid Group Agency for Technical Cooperation and Development, assessing the Atma refugee camp near the Turkish border and the Syrian province of Idlib. A video of the lead-up and aftermath of David Haynes' beheading, entitled "A Message to the Allies of America," was released by ISIS on September 13, 2014. Hervé Gourdel was a French citizen and mountaineering guide. Gourdel was kidnapped on September 21, 2014, while hiking in the Djoudjoura National Park in Algeria. The following day, a recently formed ISIL affiliate in Algeria, Jand al-Khilafah, released a video which showed Hervé Gourdel being held hostage. The group threatened to kill Gourdel if the French government continued to conduct strikes against ISIS. On September 24, they carried through on threats to behead him after a 24-hour deadline passed. The beheading was captured in a video titled "A Message of Blood for French Government." Alan Henning was a British humanitarian aid worker. Henning was the fourth Western hostage killed by ISIL. Henning was captured during ISIL's occupation of the Syrian city of Al-Dana in December 2013, where he was helping with humanitarian relief. The British Foreign Office withheld news of Henning's capture while they attempted to negotiate his release. Alan Henning was shown at the end of David Haynes's beheading video, released on September 13, 2014, and referred to by Jihadi John as the next victim. A video of Henning's beheading was released by ISIL on October 3, 2014. Peter Edward Cassock, also known by the name Abdul Rahman Cassock, which he assumed in captivity, was 26 years old at the time he was beheaded. He was the adopted child of Ed, a schoolteacher, and Paula Cassock, a nurse. On October 1, 2013, as he was on his way to Deir ez-Zor in eastern Syria to deliver food and medical supplies to refugees, Cassock was taken captive by ISIL. While in captivity, Cassock, formerly a Methodist, converted to Islam and changed his name to Abdul Rahman Cassock, sometime between October and December 2013. On October 3, 2014, his parents released a video in which they stressed that his conversion to Islam was not forced, and that his path to conversion began before he was taken captive. On November 16, 2014, ISIL posted a video showing Jihadi John standing over a severed human head. The beheading itself was not shown in the video. The White House later confirmed the person killed was Cassock. ISIL claimed that U.S. hostage Kayla Mueller was killed in the Jordanian airstrike on al-Raqqa on 5 February 2015. However, some experts believe that she may have been killed before the date of the video's release, in order for ISIL to try to drive a wedge between the U.S. and Jordan by blaming her death on the Jordanian airstrikes. Shortly thereafter, President Obama confirmed the death of Mueller by ISIL. On November 19, 2015, Chinese national Fan Jing-ui and Norwegian national Ola Johan Grimsgaard Ofstad were killed by shooting by ISIS, and pictures were released in ISIS magazine Dabik.